Was it as good for you as it was for us? What a divisional round weekend in the NFL. Some of the best games we've ever seen. We're going to break down playoff matchups, playoff betting angles, and so much more. Tom Brady, is he coming back? Sean Payton retiring or stepping away from the game for at least a year? We'll see what happens. But whatever happened in Kansas City was out of control. 13 seconds left. You thought the Bills had it. We thought Andre Reed, our guy Emmanuel Sanders, would have been in the chip game. It's not what took place. Aqib, what do you see?
I seen this so many times, right? Ball on 25, 15 seconds left. We got 3 timeouts. We need a field goal. And I just see, okay, they tell us we servicing the offense. All right, y'all play regular man. We play outside man, or you know what I'm saying? We definitely wouldn't have came out and played sideline like Leslie Frazier and them guys did. We definitely wouldn't have came out and played that on the first play. Sideline, when you got 3 timeouts, they totally messed that up. So this is how it happened. Look, Gabriel Davis scored a touchdown. Jabril, man, he finna walk to the room. He walking out. I say, Jabril. First of all game, I'm calling Gabriel Davis. I'm calling him Jabril, right? So Jabril mad already. So I'm on him. I'm like, Jabril, come see this greatness. He like, man, Dad, stop playing, man. Stop playing. He getting real mad. I'm like, bro, this is real greatness. Come look, bro. Look, he going to kick it out of bounds. Boom, he kicked it out of bounds. I say, bro, they need 40 yards, and they got 3 timeouts, bro. This Pat Mahomes, bro, man, come watch this greatness. He came in there. They did the first pass. He was like, oh, snap. They called a timeout. They did the second pass. Man, it erupted up there. He a big Chiefs fan. Man, it went crazy up there, man. But with 3 timeouts, getting that 40 yards it's more pressure on the defense than it is on the offense, man. It's not as hard to stop because you got in breaks, out breaks. You got whatever you want for real. You know what I'm saying? With them 3 timeouts. So you better pick your best chunk play defense, man, and get ready because the chunk plays are coming. The chunk shots are coming, man. So it was clockwork. It was just clockwork, Paul. I seen it practice so many times, and that was probably my first time really seeing it in the game. And I was like, oh, my God, it's a thing of beauty, bro. Same with the Rams. The Rams did the same thing, man. It came out 35 seconds and did I seen it with my own eyes. Sean McVay go through that situation 30 times. And bam, it came up in the divisional round against Tom Brady, and Stafford executed that shit like it was clockwork. So situational football was at a max this past weekend.
Just like your son, who's already a football fan, but I imagine so many football fans were made this weekend if you just decided to tune in. I wish they could just expedite that overtime rule and just make sure if a game goes overtime, Goodell calls it down. Hey, let Burrow get a chance to respond, man. I
don't like it. I don't like it, Harrison. That means, well, we might as well call the game we playing offense. Let's not call it football.
Yeah, talking to a defensive player here. Yeah.
Man, look, if we playing football, then if they win the toss, okay, leave. And these boys, we got to go stand on business for our team. You know what I'm saying? As long as we're playing football, keep the rules the same. You know what I'm saying? How can you change the rules because one side of the ball can't get a stop?
I will say this. You've often said on this show that doing this football thing is not just about performance on the field, it's also entertainment. And as an entertainment brand, I would say it's not entertaining to not see Josh Allen get the ball one more time. So that would be my rebuttal to your point about don't just call it off, it's offense and defense. I get it, but this is entertainment. It's sports entertainment. Speaking of entertainment, we don't know if we'll be entertained by Tom Brady next season on the NFL field. At least he'll be doing something that keeps us in tune for sure. It would seem, at least. Aqib, when you went through your season, your off season, when you were contemplating retirement, this is obviously something that Tom Brady has been thinking about probably for a while now. He got to do a season in front of fans, but he's playing at such a high level. How do you think this turns out?
It's tough, man, but I think he's such a competitor. Honestly, I ain't been around him for the last however many years. I don't know. So I don't really know where his mind at or nothing. But me being around him years ago and just seeing him from afar, he's such a competitor, man. I think he want that smoke back with the Rams, boy. He wants some smoke with them Rams back. So I think he'll be back, right back with Tampa. Maybe next year be his last year, but he want to see if the Rams can make it back so he can look at them again. So I don't know. If I was a betting man, I'd bet on Tom returning next year with the Bucks.
Yeah, and I would have to imagine too, like if he went out, he probably
so
would.
Good, right?
Yeah, playing so good, and then also too, you just think about all the injuries they had. Like you want to go out there, but I mean, obviously, and then you had the whole Antonio Brown thing, which is a whole nother thing. Like you want to feel like, that just doesn't feel
like
comfortable.
Beat me, right? Like, yeah, really just beat us, right? Don't beat us when he gone and my tackle gone and this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Tom just too competitive. I feel the same way you do.
Yeah, no, it just feels like it would be anti-Tom Brady if he did not come back.
Hey, but guys get tired though, man. Eventually the mental part of this game catch up to you like it did me. It just was like, man, I don't care that I ain't even get to finish. I would have loved to went into a season like, yeah, this is my last year, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'll go play this game and I go through the season and stay healthy and know that this was my last year right here. But I mean, I got injured. I broke my ribs and got put on IR and rehab and where I'm gonna be next year. I was like, man, the mental part of it just caught up and I was just done. So who knows, man, when that mental part catch up to you, you done, man. So it'll surprise me, but at the same time, you've been playing this game so long, man, it wouldn't surprise me. So I'm kind of on the fence about it.
Speaking of the mental part, or just about having everything in tune, I imagine that the situation in New Orleans is not encouraging for Sean Payton to return. That's part of the reason why he is stepping away from the team. That report came out on Tuesday. They have the worst cap situation in the NFL going into the offseason. They do not have a quarterback. And who knows what else they have, things they need to fix in that organization with him gone now, or with the team in general. Give me your just reaction to Sean Payton taking some time away from the team. I expect him to be back, just not with the New Orleans Saints.
I mean, it surprised me, man. I don't know. I know he went through a rough year this year, but I don't know. I just look at him as one of them goats. When they do that, they shake back, find a quarterback. They already got a great team in place, so I didn't feel like it was like a abandoned ship moment for Sean. It was more like all right, let me find another captain of this ship because I got a great ship in place. Let me find a captain, shoot my shot at this Super Bowl. But like I said, man, when that mental part catch up to you, you just got to put everything down and take care of yourself. So it's definitely surprised me, man. But I think he'll take a break and be back in it. Sean Payton, it looked like more just like he just need a break, in my opinion.
I saw that he's stepping away, and I immediately thought, okay, Carolina Panthers, it's on you now. Well, not necessarily, it's on Matt Rule. This is going to be, I think, year 3 or year 4 of his term now with the Saints down bad. It's probably going to be a lot of pressure. They bought in Gilmore this past season because they want to be competitive.
Who their quarterback?
Great question, Aqib.
Yeah. If you ain't got no quarterback, I don't even know why we putting them on my show, man. Let's talk about everybody who got quarterback. You ain't got no quarterback. We talk about you in March. You for the March sessions of the show, man. We ain't even.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like their defense though. I do like what Carolina got going on defense, man. They definitely could be a top defense. But that defense turned up and play even better if they believed in the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? If they knew like we really got a chance to win a chip because we got this guy at quarterback, that'll crank that defense up even more. So Panthers, they one of our March shows. Who's gonna be their quarterback?
Indeed. Well, the Saints might be a March show for time to come if Sean Payton's not there, even though they have a good team. Your head coach is gone, and we don't know what's happening at the quarterback position. But we do know what's happening at the quarterback position in the championship games. Quarterback play should be spectacular. The game should be spectacular. When we come back, we break down some betting angles for championship weekend. Only 3 games left in the NFL season. Aqib's here to help us make some bets going into the championship weekend. Now, Aqib, usually the home team is the favorite, and the Rams are the favorite, 3.5 right now against the 49ers. However, they're not going to have home field advantage. When they played in week 18, it was like Levi Stadium South. So many 49ers fans pulled up on LA because, 49ers have a dedicated fan base for a very long time. Obviously, Rams are a bit newer when it comes to the LA fan base. On top of that, so the Rams noticed it and they're trying to stop it. So I don't know if you saw this, but they're actually restricting people from trying to buy tickets online, like on the secondary market, by looking at, I believe they're looking at their zip code. Yeah, their zip code.
Zip code.
Doing everything they can to keep the 49ers out of SoFi Stadium and out of the win column. Aqib, how do the Rams win this game? Outside of keeping 49ers fans out.
It started with the fans, man. It started with the organization, and that's what you got to do, man. You control the ticket sales. Y'all can't come take over our house. It's the Rams' house. Can't let them take over the house, and it started with the ticket sales. So I think step one, Rams check that box, man. Rams won round one. They're controlling the ticket sales. Sanford kind of got something to say about it. They don't like it. Hey, this is our building. We do what we want with the ticket sales. You know what I'm saying? So round one, go to the Rams, baby.
And then how actually do they win it on the field?
And on the field, the Rams win if they match the physicality of the Niners, man. They got to come out, run the ball right at them, and stop the run immediately, man. It's going to be a first 5 minutes of the game type of situation. If they match that physicality and match that energy, they going to win that game, man. McVay got to have one of his real run game oriented game plans. And I think the Rams come out with that dub.
Yeah, I want to talk about how the 49ers have been successful against the Rams in recent history, but want to go back just a tad bit. Shout out to Cam Akers for making it back.
Man.
Point blank period. But man, if you make it back, you still got to hold on to the ball. What do you think the confidence level? Do you think Sony Michel maybe gets more totes? Do they even bother to run the ball against the 49ers? Because that's something that's not advantageous, it would seem.
Man,
give me the
you better run the ball.
Plan.
If you come out passing that ball, you're gonna lose. If you come out with a play action all like you've been doing, that's what you've been doing. I feel like that's what the problem been. And man, it's been a pass happy game plan against the Niners, and it ain't been successful, man. You gotta tote that rock. You gotta tote that rock against the Niners, and that's the only way to do it. But Sonny Michel, I think he'll be involved. But man, Cam Akers the guy. He fumbled twice. If you're gonna ride with him, you're gonna ride with him. That's part of the vibe. You know what I'm saying? If you take him out, it's now you're gonna have Sonny Michel running with two hands on the ball, and he can't really get right if he's running like this. So you just putting a pamper on the next man if you take him out for that, man. It's you too late in the season, you too deep into the fight to start, you know what I'm saying, switching out soldiers like that, man. Cam Akers, he's too explosive not to have him in there. You gotta have him in there.
The 49ers pass rush has been tremendous this postseason, and as the season has come to an end, just in general, those last couple of weeks of the regular season. And we've seen Matthew Stafford, how he's performed under pressure sometimes this season. That Titans game really stands out to memory that they played earlier in the season. I assume that has to be a key to their success for the 49ers to get the win and go back to the Super Bowl.
I say the Niners win. I say they're going to run the ball decent, man. You're going to try to match that intensity. They're going to run the ball so many different ways, so many times. They're going to have a little bit of success running the ball, man. But I say the Niners win if Jimmy G protect the ball. If Jimmy G gotta hold on to it. Don't even against Green Bay, man. It was a couple of throws. It was late check down throws where guys had opportunities to get picks and go to the crib. And that would have been like, oh, here go Jimmy again. But guys ain't make those plays, man. But I promise you, against this Ram defense, if you throw late balls to the flats and late balls over the middle, the Rams going to capitalize on them plays. So the Niners want to win. Of course, you're going to run the ball. We know what y'all going to do in the run game. But Jimmy G got to take care of that football. 0 turnovers. Jimmy G, no fumbles, no picks. Can't turn that ball over in SoFi or you're going to lose.
It's going to be an interesting offseason for the 49ers as it pertains to Jimmy G, because I don't think anybody would say he's performed well, but he's won.
Hey, that's
we'll see skill, how it plays
man.
out.
I always say it's a skill. Winning is a skill, man. Hey, Jimmy G, hey, look at his record. Hey, speak for itself.
Yeah, I still would not be comfortable if I was a 49ers fan. All right, moving on to the AFC Championship game. Man, I wish the Bills were here. My pick would have been right. Oh, that was an entertaining game. All right, anyways, the Bengals win if, Aqib.
The Bengals win if Tre'Davious, the Bengals win if they can protect Joe Burrow. It's simple as plain, man. He gets sacked 8-9 times. He might still could win the game for you, right? But you're gonna have to score some points. You're gonna have to play like you played in the second half of the first game where they protected him, man. He had a lot of time to throw the ball. He threw the ball all over the place. His guys made plays for him. So it's simple for the Bengals, man. You protect Joe Burrow, you probably scored 38 to 40-some points.
I tweeted this over the weekend because I stay in tune with the Bengals fan base. Some of them wanted Penei Sewell instead of Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase obviously went off this year. You watched that divisional game against the Titans, and it looked like they need Jamar Chase and Penei Sewell. But somehow they survived Burrow despite all the pressure, did not throw any interceptions. So he still valued the ball.
The regular quarterback would have came out of that game with a fumble, with 2 fumbles, 1 fumble loss, and at least 1 interception. You would have dropped the ball twice, and you would have turned it over twice from all that pressure from the 9 sacks. Joe Burrow did it 0 times. That's how you win games, man. That's what I'm talking about when I say winning is a skill. Everything that go around you, it don't matter what happens, somehow, some way, you find a way to win that football game, man.
I'm impressed with the Cincinnati Bengals for sure. And the Kansas City Chiefs, they win if.
The Kansas City Chiefs win if Tre'Davious Ward slow down Jamar Chase, because that's going to be his matchup, man. I'm telling you, Ward, you've been playing great for 2 years, right? You've been on the line. Everybody don't see it, but I see it. You've been on the line strapping. They ask you to play a lot of man coverage, guard the best guys. You want to make some paper? This is a paper-making game right here, man. Follow Jamar Chase around. Give him some work. If you give him some work, the Chiefs going to win that game.
Yeah, we saw last week Josh Allen was really going at Gabriel Davis because Stephon Diggs was dealing with that Ward coverage. As you pointed out, Ward, a free agent this offseason, could get
paper-making game.
Yep, could really make some cheddar. And speaking of making some cheddar, Paul, please chime in. We need the lines. We need the over-unders. We need that special prop bet. We need all the good stuff, please.
So we'll start off with the Bengals and the Chiefs. Bengals are +7, +7.5, depending on where you look. And the total opened at 50.5. It is now up to 54.5. So people are hammering the over. What do you guys like?
Give me the Chiefs and the over. I think Vegas knows something, man. It's when they come out with them kind of big spreads, you be like, man, what? Like, why they do it? But I don't know. I think the pressure gonna finally catch up to Burrow. It's only gonna take one timely turnover, and it's gonna jump from like 10 to 17 to 10 to 24. And you know what I'm saying? It's gonna just be a little too much for the Bengals. I like the Chiefs to come out and win by like 10 at home. They're gonna play better. They're gonna do the same thing they did in the first game, but in the second half, they ain't gonna give up as many big plays. They're kind of contain that part of the game.
I know Tyrann Mathieu went out with that concussion. I don't know what you assume he might play, but
he'll be there.
Yeah, we've seen some guys not play coming off the concussion. But yeah, I'm going to roll with the Bengals getting the 7. I don't have them winning, but I'm giving them 7. And that 54.5 over, I'm taking the over. So give me the Bengals +7 because I just think they have too many weapons not to continue to score, not to keep it interesting. That's what I got. What you got, Paul?
I think so. What I'm going to definitely do is tease the Chiefs down, and I'll pair it with something from the next game. But teasing the Chiefs down,
that's probably what I'm going to do too.
Yeah. Man, that's jumped up. 50.5, it was definitely the play. I'll say over. I mean, it's gone way up, and we saw what happened last week. I think the only way it doesn't go over if the Chiefs go off and the Bengals have trouble catching up. But I will. So I'll say Chiefs. I'll say Chiefs in the over. Why not? All right, so for the NFC side, we've got the Niners plus 3.5 at the Rams. Niners have beaten them twice. They've beaten them 6 straight times. Shanahan has beaten Sean McVay. Niners plus 3.5, 46.5 over under. Keep where you're going with this one.
It's gonna come to an end. 6 times in a row, you done whooped on these people, man. You not finna go into their house and whoop on them for the 7th time in a row. You had a lot to say after the game ended. See, that's why you never know. When them games end, you never know, you know what I'm saying, what's gonna happen. They had a lot to say. The Niners had a lot to say after that last game ended. I think the tide's gonna turn. Sunday is the day, man. I'm riding with the Rams minus 3.5. I like them to win by 7. I like the games to not be as close as they was. The football was so good last week. There's no way this week gonna match that, right? So I like the margins to be a little bit bigger, man. Chiefs by 10, Rams by 7.
Okay, well that still works with a Niners teaser leg. So I'll tease the Niners up from 3.5 to 9.5. I'm going to take the Niners getting the 3.5 as well. So I'm holding a couple Niners futures. I've got them at 60 to 1 to win the Super Bowl. I got that midseason. I've got them at 25 to 1 to win the NFC. So got to hope that they win this 3rd time. I will say, so there's kind of this thing out there that, hey, if a team plays 3rd, it's really tough to beat a team 3 times with that playoff game. So it's happened 22 times. There's been that 3rd game since 1970. 14 times the team has in fact won all 3. So holding on to that, hoping Sean McVay and Stafford kind of do the second half thing they did last week almost. That Shanahan comes out on top. And Harrison, how about you?
Hey, listen, man. I live in the city of Angels right now. I live in Los Angeles, so I'm gonna roll with them Rams, and I'm gonna go with the under. I will say this though, if the 49ers do end up winning, and since you got them odds at what 60 to 1, we're gonna need a loan, Paul. if you go ahead and hit that, but I'm gonna roll with the Rams. I just trust the quarterback. That feels like a fair thing to do. Trust the quarterback, so that's what I'm rolling with.
You trust Matthew Stafford?
I trust that quarterback.
Stafford elevated last week.
Oh, he's been great in the playoffs. Yeah,
he's elevated these past 2 weeks, man. It was times where these the moments. Usually he don't make these plays. He made them plays, man. He was almost perfect against the Bucs. So I know I'm always on Stafford. I'm like, prove it. I don't really believe it because I ain't really seen it. I'm starting to see it, man. So I'm starting to turn that corner with him too. So we're gonna see the bigger the game, the harder the turn. So we're gonna see we're gonna see how far we turn this week.
Okay.
There you go.
I got one more long shot for you guys for that loan. Since we lost Josh Allen, man, like the biggest tragedy of that game, he was in great position for that 75 to 1 rushing.
I thought he got it.
Yeah. So that hurt, but we got to double down. We got to stir another one up since we lost that one. So playoff rushing leader, it's wide open right now. Now, if the Rams win, like you guys think they will, okay, so Elijah Mitchell, Deebo Samuel, they're the top 2 guys right now. Okay, so they're out. So now you're talking about, all right, who's going to be in the Super Bowl? So could be Patrick Mahomes. He's got 98 yards. I think we all assume the Chiefs are going to win. Jerick McKinnon, but at 34 to 1, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is sitting there.
Oh
he's
my
only
God.
got 60 yards so far, so he's got some ground to make up. But so Cam Akers is the guy that's in his way at 103.
Yeah,
Cam's
that's what I like.
averaging like 2.5 yards a carry. He's getting his legs
What's
back.
Cam
under
odds though? What's his odds?
It's like plus 350. So it's
Cam gonna have a big ass game. Watch this. Cam gonna come out and be smoking, bro. I'm watching. McVay like that. When you struggle a little bit and you fumble, he will come out and get you going. Especially when you one of his guys, Cam gonna come out and have a nice 100 plus or something. Watch.
I mean, if he does that, he's got it. But I'm gonna
ride with Cam.
And he's 35 to 1.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is. No, he's 3.5 to 1 plus 350.
Okay. Man, all right. Some things to think about. Hopefully, I hope for everybody that you enjoy the games like we did last weekend. I don't think it's possible, but hopefully we do. And even if you do not enjoy them, hopefully you pick up some chips. Come back next week. We'll look ahead to the championship round. Maybe some coaches get hired by then. We'll see what takes place. To my lovely younger brother Hamilton, I'm sorry.
Hey, cheers, Hamilton. It's all good, baby.
It's all good. Damn. See you next time.